Now with Demir out, a lot of people on the outside are like, "Oh, what are they going to do now?" So, what should we know about Kalen that we might not know already?
He's just a football player. You know, we all rush to judgment a lot. I'm not panicking. You know, obviously you feel for Demir, little Bud. You know, obviously, you know, the last couple of games that he's had has been big for not only him but for us as a team. But you know, that's how the NFL game goes. You know, when one guy, you know, gets hurt and goes down in battle, you know, somebody has to pick up the slack. And so, you know, we're not just depending on one person in West Coast Clay. We're depending on a lot of, you know, people, including the whole, you know, receiving corps as a whole, to lift their game up.
How do you sum up that group now?
I don't understand what you're asking me.
Just when you look at them, you got a bunch of guys that a lot of people around the league probably couldn't name on your roster. Russell calls them the misfits in a lot of ways. I'm just wondering, when you look at them, how you sum that group up?
Ever since I've been here, I've let the outside world tell that I've been having a lot of people that a lot of people don't know. So this is nothing new to me. You know, you got a lot of hungry guys in that receiver room right now that's ready to prove themselves. You know, proving it to the outside world is irrelevant. You know, proving it to themselves and this team is more important, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
You have had some memorable games in Atlanta, good, bad, otherwise. What sticks out in your mind? I'm guessing the couple games that you guys clinched divisions in that building.
Yeah, I mean, this is a new dome, so you know, I guess it's time to create more lasting memories.
And your right tackle seemed to have a good thing going as far as encroachment penalties, throwing them off. Can you talk about how Daryl's worked there and playing off your cadence and how you work that?
If you see him flinch, you flinch. That's the rule. So, you know, I think it's just the sameness and you know, the cadence, and you know, we just try to get the 5 yards the easy way.
That's something you've practiced more over the last few years, working to do that, or?
Nah, I would love to talk about that right now, but I just can't give you all my tricks of the trade. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big attribute that we have going for this offense, especially the last couple of games. So, you know, hope we can get more jumps.
What's it like living in Atlanta in the off season, and do people, obviously people recognize you, but do folks kind of leave you be, so to speak?
It just depends on which off season, you know, because every off season is different. Last year's off season was extremely miserable, but you know, the fact that they didn't win the Super Bowl is kind of like, okay, finally. You know, it was a lot of people coming out the woodworks, claiming to be Falcons fans, but you know, Atlanta's home, Charlotte's home too. So it's you know, you can expect, you know, the trash talk. You can expect, you know, certain things to be said, but it's no harm done. I understand the position that I'm in, and in a lot of ways, you know, I'm a target, you know, just to get people's reactions. So it's kind of fun, you know, especially to hear certain things, but. You know, I guess it's put up or shut up time come Sunday. That's the only time when no talking can ever affect, you know, the gameplay. So it's all about the outcome of the game, and that's what I'm hoping our outcome is greater.
I know a lot of players live down there around the league in the off season. Do you see many guys? Do you see many Falcons or guys in general?
Yeah, I see Atlanta is a hub for a lot of people, for the movie industry. Music industry, and it's just a lot of you know, workout facilities there for people to go there. So you never know who you may see.
You guys get Charles Johnson back this week. How much of a boost is that for you?
We get a lot of guys back this week, and we're excited for it. I think we're trending up as far as getting more hands on deck that can make a big impact in this game. We get Trey back. Hopefully we get Trey back. You know, we get a TD back. We get Chuck, as you said. So for us, we just get even more leadership from guys that we're going to be pulling from.
Cam, when you're home during the off season, do you ever get a chance to catch up with your old high school coach, Dallas Allen? And is there any piece of advice that's stuck with you over the years that he told you?
To be honest with you, I haven't really, spoken to. I see him here and there, but the fact that he doesn't coach at our high school anymore has kind of, parted us for a lot. But my respect goes, unmatched, with not only him but numerous coaches that coached me in high school throughout my college career and everything. My heart is always with Westlake and trying to do any and everything I can, when I have time to get back to those guys.
Did you play in the Dome in high school?
My first time playing in the Dome was the SEC Championship. No.
Have you been in the new stadium?
I haven't. I wanted to make it more special. I had opportunities to go, but it just doesn't feel the same. So, I'm pretty sure I'll see it, when we go see him, or when we go down there on Saturday or Sunday.
Let's talk about not resting starters, wanting to play this game to win. As a player that's a lot of times sat out the final game when there's not a lot riding on it, what are your thoughts on that?
For me, you say it again?
Just not resting the starters and playing this
Oh,
game.
we playing for a lot. Oh, let's we playing for a lot, because best case scenario, we can get second or third seed, to be honest with you. So, and for off-season feelings, for whatever that's worth too. So it's no free gimmies by no means. So we go into each and every game trying to win football games, and this game is no different.
Do you feel the NFC South is the toughest division year in and year out? It's this season in particular a little bit more competitive than most people thought it would be?
I can't speak on because I never really been outside another division, but we got it's a very stout division, led by, I look at every single team, a very talented quarterback. So I think that's where it's gear hedged upon how the quarterback play is, when you have myself, Jameis, Matt, and as well as Drew. Everybody's capable of being a franchise quarterback, and that's what you're seeing.
One more thing about the receivers. I mean, you've had so many guys coming through in and out this year. I mean, does it make it tough on you? Because, imagine every receiver has some kind of different tendencies and where you're throwing the ball. And does it make it difficult for you on having so many different guys in there?
Who cares? I got one job: to win football games. With receivers, without receivers, running the football, without running the football, passing the ball, not passing the ball, running the ball. Don't matter. Just win football games. That's what this team is based upon. And, no matter whatever statistic, people are trying to, point out, the most important statistic in all of sports is winning and losses.
And the success and the depth in this division this year, is that something we should have all seen coming based on what you guys did 2 years ago, what you did individually, and then with what Matt and the Falcons did last year?
Not really. It's just how it's playing out. You got a very confident team in New Orleans, a very hungry team in Atlanta. Tampa's eliminated, but for us, we're trending up as well. So that's special in itself. And for it to still be an open discussion of who the division leader is, to be going all the way through the whole season, and for it to be the last week of the season, that's special.
Is there going to be a temptation to kind of check the scoreboard out, what's going on in Tampa with the Saints and the Bucs?
Well, I'm pretty sure their game's going to be done by the time we play. So that's probably the good thing about playing at 4:25.
They're playing at
I
the
think
same
they moved
time.
at the same time.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. But we're just going to control what we can control, and everything else will be taken care of.